Hello, Peak people. Today we're doing a strength conditioning mobility workout. I'm Kia Hanning, and I usually teach Tai Chi, senior strength and conditioning, and cycle, sometimes synergy. So anyway, it's going to be kind of a mix of things today. So saddle up. First, we're going to just start with a few warm-ups, so just marching in place a little bit. If you want to get your arms involved, you can rotate at the elbows. We can do high knees, we can do regular knees. We're going to go the other way just to get the blood moving a little bit. If you want to do a longer workout, you can pause and do a longer workout, warm-up rather. Any of these exercises pretty much can do seated or standing. You're going to need some kind of weight. We'll keep marching in place as I talk. I have actual weights, but you can use soup cans. You can use really anything that's you can hold onto that gives you a little resistance. If you don't want to use weights, you don't have to. If you've got some injuries or mobility issues and you're just kind of worried, just do a body weight. You're still going to get some benefits. You're still going to get those muscles moving. So the first one we're going to do is a 3 parts called I's, Y's, and T's. So the first one, we're going to keep our shoulders down. You're going to bring your arms over your head and then back down. Shoulders stay down. Arms come straight over. Biceps no farther than our ears. And our arms are close to our ears. And it's starting to rain, so we may go inside to finish this. So these are I's. If you're not comfortable bringing your arms over your head, you can just bring them straight out in front of you. As you bring your arms up or in front, you want to contract your abdominals, pulling your belly button in like you could come all the way back to your spine. Back stays straight, shoulders are down, knees are slightly bent. So these are the I's. Then the Y's, we're going to come up in front and out to the sides. In, down. Again, contracting your abdominals, keeping your shoulders down. Head is straight. Feeling those muscles working. I just did an arm workout, so my shoulders are feeling it. Hopefully yours are too, but not hurting. Again, if you don't want to bring your arms up, you can go straight to a T, which is what we're going to do next. We're going to come up and out to the side. Just straight out. Again, pulling in those abdominals. Shoulders stay down. Backs are straight. Looking out and away. Heads are flat. You can do a variation on these. So we'll shake out a little bit. So we're going to do 1 I, 1 Y, 1 T. Good. And something else you can do is when you open your arms out to the side, pull with your shoulder blades. And you can do any variation on these. If you have kids, you can have them yell out things to you that they want you to do. All right, next we're going to do squat thrusters. For the squats, make sure that your knees stay behind your toes when you go down. Ideally, you're going to get to parallel. Some people can get lower than parallel. I can't usually, so that's okay. Go as far as you can safely. And we're going to do squat thrusters. So our weights are going to be at our shoulders. Shoulders are down. We come down and push up. And we're going to do 12 of these. Breathing. Eight. Backs are straight. And if you didn't want to do up over your heads, you can come out. When you come out in front though, you'll really feel it in your abs because you're contracting all the muscles in front, all the muscles in back, which is useful. Yay for extra credit work. All right, next we're going to grab our broom handle or Joe or whatever stick you have. You want it to be a long stick for what we're going to do. These are called dislocators. So you're gonna hold your arms out. Arms are straight. This is kind of short for me, so I'm really at the very end. And we're gonna come straight over our heads and straight behind. Do this as far as you can safely. I can go all the way around, not everybody can. The big thing is to keep your arms straight. Shoulders stay down. This seems like it would be really awful for your shoulders, but it's actually really good for them. It engages all those muscles and tendons, giving them a slight stretch without twisting them weirdly. And as your muscles and arms get more and more loose and more mobile, you can bring your hands closer together on your stick or broom or whatever you have. And we're breathing. All right. Next, we're going to take our chairs and our weight. We're going to lean against our chair, sit against our chair with our chest facing the chair, and we're going to tilt forward, take our weights in either hand, and come out to the side. This chair is kind of wide for me, so I can't get as close together as I want, but it'll work. Backs are straight, body's flat. We're pulling with our shoulder blades. And we're breathing. We're just going to push back from our chair and stand up. You can do that weighted, you can do it body weight, whatever works. All right, next we're going to do a variation on forearm curls. So normally you would just curl up and down. We're going to do alternating hands, and we're actually going to curl up, turn our palm down. So both hands rotate at the top and bottom. We push up and push down at the same time. We rotate. So you're curling up like a normal curl, but you're pushing your palm down as you come down. Backs are straight, heads are flat, shoulders are down and back. We're breathing. If you want to get a little bit of cardio, you can do butt kickers as you do these. Just make sure you're breathing. That's my main rule in all my classes. In the pool, the other main rule is don't drown. All right, so we have forearm curls. Next, we're gonna do another kind of leg exercise. You're probably unfamiliar with it, unless you do Chinese martial arts. It's called low lotus. So we're gonna step in front, put all of our weight in the front foot, on the front leg, and we're gonna sink down as far as you can. Don't rest your knee on the floor because that's cheating. Back stays straight. If you want to make it harder, you can hold your hands out. We're just going to hold that and then come up. Other foot, one foot in front of the other. Back is straight. We sink down. Sorry about that, it's windy. All right, hopefully you came up from your lotus. So we'll take this opportunity to make it a little harder. So we'll grab our broom. If we imagine we've just shoveled, we're gonna bring our arms, up over our heads. So one arm in front of the other. The upper arm is at our bicep, and we're gonna sink into our lotus and hold our stick. And breathing. And then we're gonna come up, switch hands, and come down. Like you were just gonna smash someone, or actually you're blocking. All right, so while we have our broom or stick or whatever, If you have a hammer, like a sledgehammer, this is a great exercise to do weighted, but just to make it easier for everybody, we're gonna use just a stick. So you're gonna come down like you're going to shovel, and from the hip, you're gonna swing and bring your arm up, then back. So the movement is coming from your hip and from this backhand. So you come up and down. Swinging your hip forward, straightening up. Hip swings back, touching our broom to the floor. If you have a really long handled broom, you can hold it lower, however deep you want to get. Just make sure that as you come back, you don't hit yourself, because that is a painful spot. So we're gonna switch hands. So we come forward, swing up. Make sure that your arm doesn't go past your bicep. Back stays straight. Swinging from the hips, hinging back, straightening up, hinging forward. Breathing. Good. So while we have our stick, we'll use just a little bit of shoulder arm mobility, but also working our whole body. So we're going to hold our stick in two hands, the bottom hand right in front of our back hip, right foot forward, right hand forward, and we're going to come up. Again, this hand doesn't go past our ear, and strike down. We're going to do 10 of these. Just to get a little bit of cardio and work in our shoulders. So other hand, whoops, we come up, down. You may feel a little awkward in your other hand. It's okay. You want the stick to be parallel as you just strike down, so you have some control. Good. So next, we're going to add, so we've got our strike, we're going to add a little bit of a flourish. So we come around behind us as we shift back, we step down and strike. 10 of these. Good. Switch feet, switch hands, come around, strike down. Try not to hit yourself in the head. It happens. This is not a day I should have done this outside, but it is pretty, so that's what we're doing. All right, so we can put our sticks away, or brooms, or whatever they are. That is also useful for home defense. You don't want to get hit in the head with a stick. And we all have rooms, hopefully, most of us. All right, so next, for a little bit of cardio, a little bit of stretching, we're going to reach up and then come down. And we're breathing. If you want to do this weighted, you can. We're going to do 15. And then we're going to switch. That is, we'll call it 15. And other side. If you don't want to reach above your head, you can reach in. That's fine. Some people don't have the mobility to reach over their head, or due to injury, they're just told not to, or it hurts. Any of these, if they hurt, don't do them. You can go back to the last thing we did. Then we're going to do both sides. So down. Let's see if I can do this. Haha, there we go. Just to get our blood pumping a little bit. Farm dogs are looking at me concernedly. shake out. Okay, next one. Again, to get some blood pumping and it's fun, we're going to jump up, and I'm gonna jump up and down my deck. You can jump in place. If you don't want to jump, you can just, so we're gonna jump. So fun. Okay, shake. Very nice. Next, calf raises. You can do this weighted. You can do this unweighted. If you want a little bit of extra oomph, you can do it on a stair. Just make sure you're holding on to something in case you slip off. So, calf raises, pretty basic. Backs are straight, shoulders down. We're gonna come up on our toes and drop back down. You can contract your calves so you really feel that movement. We're gonna do 12. Good. Shake out. Do another 12. If you have choices in weights and that was really easy, you can go up in weight. Shoulders are down. I apologize. Hopefully nobody has vertigo. If you want to work a little harder, you can bring your arms up, which doesn't seem like it will do much, but it does. If you really want to work, you can have your arms out to the side. You can have your arms up. You can have them out. You can do eyes, Y's, and T's as you do this. Up, out, diagonal, whatever you want. So we shake. All right. Next, one of my least favorites. This is Carly. Hello, sweet girl. She is our mascot for the day. All right, go, girl. So we're gonna do jump squats. So they are what they sound like. We're gonna squat down and we're gonna jump. You can do these with weight. I never do because I hate them. If your knees prevent you from jumping, you can just do regular squats. Ideally, you'll go down lower than I do, but my knees prevent me. So, just a couple because they're awful. All right, next, we're going to just kind of keep the shoulders loose. So we're gonna reach out in front of us. We're gonna slide our shoulders back, sliding the shoulder blades together. Just to keep them loose. That subscapula muscles get really tight and sticky. So the more we can keep them loose, the better our shoulders are going to be. All right. So next, back to our weights. We are going to do just lateral flies. So we're gonna reach out to the side and just come straight out. Shoulders stay down. We're looking out and away. We're gonna shake a little bit. Next, we're going to do bent flies. So you can do this if you're in the chair, just tilt over. If you're standing, again, just tilt over about halfway, and we're gonna open out to the side. Backs are flat. Good. Shake. So then next, we're gonna get our broomstick. Again, if you have a hammer, like a lightweight sledgehammer, like 6 pounds, if you've never done these before, 6 pounds. If you have a heavier one, and this is so easy, then go for the heavier. But this is also just some nice shoulder work. So we're gonna get into our shovel position again. So our bottom hand is parallel, top hand is at our ear, biceps at our ear. We're gonna drop our broomstick down to our shoulder and up. If you're doing this weighted, you'll feel it. If you're not, you might still feel it. But this is working the muscles in the shoulder girdle and the upper back. Keeping this bottom hand parallel and stationary. The top hand is the only one that's moving. And then we come down, we switch. I usually do this with a sledgehammer, and it's very different. So we come up and down. So we can do shovels over here. So we're here. Did we? Oh, we already did shovels. Never mind. All right. So just to keep our backs working, shoulders working, usually you would do this with a stretchy band. I know most people don't have them at home, so we're going to just use our sticks and just for kind of a guidance. So we're going to start in front of us, and we're going to pull our shoulder blades together and slide our hands back out to the edges of our broomstick, and then push in and pull together. Backs are straight. Pulling from our shoulder blades, opening our chest. And then we're gonna pulse and just hold it. So you're just gonna pull it into yourself. Again, pulling from the shoulder blades. And loosen. Then we're gonna do it over our heads. If over your head doesn't work for you, go back to just in front. So we're gonna come here and come down. I don't know, I might drop it. I should have grabbed a longer thing. So we're pulling down. Again, pulling from the shoulder blades. Don't hit yourself in the head like I just did. If you have a ponytail, it's going to get caught in it. I was smart and did not wear a ponytail today. Normally you would keep your arms straight, but this is too short. All right, and then pulse. Good, then we come back. Now we're gonna come at hip height. So same thing, we're gonna pull back. This, you wanna feel like you're pulling from your mid back muscles, low back muscles, and your scapula. It's gonna feel weird and awkward doing this with a stick. If you have a stretchy band, that will be more ideal. And we're gonna pulse. Good, then we loosen. All right, let's see. So next, just to make sure that our backs are flat, since we have our stick today, we're gonna use it. So set yourself up so that your stick is touching just at the base of your spine, and then your mid-back and your head. We're gonna stand feet just wider than hip width, and we're gonna hinge back and sink down. Not into a squat, more like you would for a deadlift, but make sure that all 3 points are touching. This is a good morning, a variation on a good morning, but it's also a good way to see, because we often think our backs are straight and they're not. Also a nice stretch for our arms, so we can switch arms. All right, so a little bit of a cool down, and then we're done. So we worked our shoulders a lot today, so fingertips under collarbones, we're going to make small circles, gradually getting bigger. We've done this in some of the other cool downs, but our shoulders stay down, backs are straight. If at any point your shoulders are grinding or hurting, make a smaller circle, make a slower circle. I can't always get fully extended because my left shoulder starts to snap. So then I make a smaller circle. We're going to loosen up. Next, curling in our chest, rolling our palms, curving our backs, not hunching, but curving forward. And then we're going to open, pinch our shoulder blades together, open our chests, and then curve in. Backs stay straight. We open, or heads stay on straight. Close and open. Good. And then a little bit of stretching, kicking out the legs. We didn't do a ton of leg work today, so we don't need too much. Work our necks a little bit, so get out some of that tension. So we're gonna let our heads come straight back and then tuck our chins in and back, in, and then we straighten, drop our ears to our shoulder, our other ear lifting up. If you want to stretch even more, you can reach like you're reaching into a jar for something. I don't know what I'm reaching in the jar for. Maybe Skittles. I like Skittles. I don't have any. I don't usually eat them, but when I go for candy, that's what I go for. And then other side. Feel that nice stretch. If you've got a lot of pain and tension, you can do a little self-massage. Take your fingertips and just slide them down the side of your neck. So we loosen, go to the other side. Again, working that neck if we want. You can also come to that opposite trapezius. Work on any knots you have while that muscle's stretched out. Good. Straighten. Then we're going to turn our head, turn our eyes as far as we can, keeping our chest forward. And back the other way. And back to the right. Shoulders stay down, chest are open. Back. Good. If you wonder why we turn our eyes, you can put your hands at the base of your skull. You might not be able to hear me now because the truck going by. And turn your eyes around and you can feel the muscles move in your neck. So when your eyes are hurting, if you've been driving for a long time or reading for a long time or in front of the computer, when we massage the base of our skull, that is where the optic nerve connects. And those optic muscles, the ocular muscles, connect in the back. And because we have our ocular lobe is in the back as well. So you can actually help your eyes by massaging the back of your head. No extra charge for that. All right, so we are loose. We're gonna rotate our elbows a little bit just to keep them loose. Usually I would do this longer, but we're running out of time. Then we're gonna loosen our wrists, waving away, and then towards yourself, and then saying goodbye, and chopping. You guys can decide what you're chopping, and then in front. All right, thank you for joining me. Sorry about the phone falling off the thing. I hope you're all well and taking care of yourselves. See you later.